Welcome back everyone. In this video we are going to deep dive into the more crucial part of Nmap scanning or vulnerability analysis you can say. That is version detection of our host machine's services. So far we have learned how to discover open ports, understand the type of scans available and even identify operating systems. Now we will discuss what ports are open, what services exactly being run on these open ports. So why is this so important? Well, knowing version of software running on a system helps us identifying potential vulnerabilities, and you will know as the lecture goes on how crucial this information is. Let's say you have discovered that Metasploitable is running on Apache on port 80. While this narrows down your attack surface to a specific service, it does not provide any information to launch a precise attack. But if you could know what service or what version of a service it is running, you can search for vulnerabilities tied to that version, making your search more targeted, and that's where Nmap comes into a crucial role play with version detection. So to perform version discovery, we use a command or flag that is -sv. So let's use it right away. So let's first clear up the terminal and go back to the previous commands, and here we will just modify it a bit and type -sv and press enter, and as you can see the process of scanning is started, and we will wait for a second and let's see what version of service our Metasploitable is running on particular server. So as you can see we have got a large output this time. So as in the previous outputs we were not having versions but only the services names, but in this part not only the services but the versions are also mentioned in the result. So as you can see on port 21 it tells us what specific version it is running. On port 21 it is running VS FTPD 2.3.4. On port 22 it is running service SSH OpenSSH 4. Debian Ubuntu something. On port 80 it is telling us that it is running a service of HTTP with the version Apache HTTPD 2.2.8. So that's how we gather information about the versions, and we also have a more important port here. Let me highlight it for you. That is Samba board, and Samba board is very crucial. You will know in the further lectures why I mentioned this. 4.445 TCP NetBIOS SSN. So this is a very crucial version to know about, and you will see. So once we know the version of software they are running on, we can search for the vulnerabilities related to that version. For an instance, if we found Apache HTTPD 2.28 here has a known vulnerability, we can check online for a specific exploit and try them against our machine to see if it's vulnerable or not. You can also adjust the intensity of version detection. By default, the intensity is set to 7, but you can increase it up to 9 for more thorough scan. And let me show you, here is the command for it. So let's just go back to our previous command, and right before our target's IP address type --version intensity 9. Okay, we have an error. I forgot to give a space after intensity, so let's give it a space and then type enter. So as you can see it might take a bit longer as we have increased its intensity, and let's see what it can give. So setting the intensity to 9 increases the chances of identifying the correct service version, but it also slows down the scan. In more cases the default intensity is set to 7, which I have told you earlier, and it is good enough for our scan. The higher intensity, the more time it takes to complete. So you will want to balance it with your scanning process and don't want to get troubled with the slow speed. So now let me show you even faster way to get detailed information, and Nmap has a aggressive option that has a flag of -A that combines several features into one scan. So when you run this command will basically perform OS detection, just like we have covered in the -O command. It performs version detection that we have covered in the -SV command, and also it performs all the basic Nmap script scanning as well that we will explain in the future videos. Since this is a more comprehensive scan, it will take a longer time, and it's a great option if you want to get all the info in one go. Keep in mind that aggressive scans can be very noisy. That means they are not very stealthy, so make sure you have permission to scan a particular target. So let's just try it on our terminal. First, let's clear it all so that we have a better output here. Just larger the font once again. Go back to the previous commands, and here we use flag -A. As you can see, it might take a bit longer time. You can check it using the upper arrow. You can check the progress using the upper arrow key as well. So let's wait and see what the output we will get. So as you can see, we have a large output here. We have our port name, its state, its service, its version, and we have some detailed explanation about our vulnerable machine. And as you can see, we have something FTP anon here, that is anonymous FTP login allowed. Interestingly, this is a huge vulnerability. That means we have something to log in here, and it is allowing us a normal anonymous FTP login. It has given us much more output than the normal scans, and as I have told you, it is not a stealthy scan. It leaves more footprints, more trace routes, so you have to get a permission before targeting a particular website or server. As you can see, it has given us the details about operating systems as well, the service info about them as well. So yeah, the aggressive scan is a very important, or you can say a very powerful scan, and because -A option includes several powerful scans, it is essentially not to run against any system you don't have explicit permission to scan. These scans can potentially trigger alarms and cause other problems on the networks. So in the next video, we will take a look at result of an aggressive scan and explore more about firewall evasion techniques using Nmaps. This will help you run more stealthier scans and less likely to be detected on a network.